Hey y'all, welcome back to Christine's World Spice. So a couple of days ago, I purchased this Black Decker at my local Walmart for $23.99. It wasn't even on sale, so I just had to buy it. I wanted to see what was it about, and I also wanted a food processor too and a shredder. I know I do a lot of cutting, and I just feel like that I want to give my hands a rest and let the machine do its job. You know what I'm saying? So this right here is a really nice equipment. I love it. It's not too big. It's not too small. And it does the job. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making some homemade, oh my goodness, I forgot what it's called. Hash browns. Yes, homemade hash browns. I was going to air fry it, but I didn't have enough time because I had to go to work. So I'm just going to show you how I put it together. Everything else is simple. You want to slide that down in the little hole. Make sure that little metal piece is up. And the little blender, the shredder thing inside, you can flip it on one side and it shreds, and the other side, it just, I think it cuts it. So I'm going to just put my potato inside of it. Do it on low because low cooks really fast. So I didn't even try the high. I can only imagine how fast that goes. So look at all that starch. So I did wash my potatoes off, and I put some vinegar in it. And we're just going to blend everything up. So you want to turn it off. And then when you remove it, put it in a bowl with some cold water. Make sure it's not hot. And we're just trying to rinse most of that starch off. If you have a strainer or anything like that where you can remove the water, go ahead and do that. I'm doing it the hard way. I'm just going to wring it out, and then I'm going to lay it on top of some napkins. You can do napkins or you can do a towel. What I'm doing with this is I'm trying to remove all the excess water from it, because when you're frying these potatoes, they're going to end up really soggy if you add too much, if you don't rinse them off and dry them off. It's going to make it soggy and it's going to stick to your pan. It's not going to form together. So we want it as dry as possible. And then once you finish patting your potatoes, just kind of fluff them up with your hands to get them loose. And then we'll go ahead and prepare our oil. So I'm using my cast iron skillet. And I feel like I added a little too much oil. This is my first time actually ever doing homemade shredded, what is this? Hash browns, homemade hash browns. So I don't like greasy food. And I felt like it was too much oil. So I would say only use a tablespoon of oil and a teaspoon of butter. It'll still cook great. And see, you want your potatoes to look like this, like shredded cheese. It's dry and everything, so it's going to stick together. It's going to stay. And then we have our pan on medium-low. If you want to, you can cook it on medium-high. It will cook it quicker. You just have to watch it. And then you can flip it every 2 to 3 minutes. And it only needs to get flipped once. So out of all these potatoes, I think I managed to get about 5 hash browns and 1 large big one. Also, what I've noticed too, or what I have done in the past, is if I feel like that I want to fry something on the stove and it's greasy, you want to get rid of that excess grease so it doesn't get so it won't be greasy when you eat it. Try putting it in your air fryer on the lowest temperature or the highest temperature. If you do the highest temperature, you want to do it for about maybe 1 to 2 minutes or maybe 5 minutes. But I will recommend just putting it on about 350 to 375 because you want to slow cook it because it's pretty much already done. You're just trying to drain that grease out of your food. So put it in the air fryer or the oven on 350 or 375 for about 10 minutes. My hash brown has been cooking for about 5 minutes. Now I'm going to flip it. Look at that. Alright. So now that we flipped it, we're going to let it cook for another 5 minutes on the other side. I like my hash browns crispy. I do, but I don't like it greasy. So I don't think you can let it sit. Maybe that was probably my reason. I let it sit, and because I didn't eat it right away, I ate some strawberry oatmeal, and I ended up eating it later, and it was too greasy. I didn't even eat it. So I think they're better fresh. I think that's with any hash brown. So it's a total of 10 minutes cook time for these hash browns. Now I'm going to show you how I'm doing my omelet. I whipped up 2 eggs, and I have this small little pan. So I'm going to show you how I make my omelet to flip because it's so small. So once you got your pan, you want to roll your pan around. That way the egg can get all around your pan. And what this is pretty much stretching your omelet to make it a little bit bigger. Once you no longer can move the yolk and stuff around in your pan, then you can start adding some toppings. It's okay if there's a little bit of yolk sitting in there, but we want to try to get it inside of your pan and cook before we try to add our toppings. Or if you don't do that, it's going to end up, it's going to get really, really soggy, and you don't want that. So I have some bell peppers and some onions from last night, as some cilantro and some romaine lettuce and some mushrooms that I'll be adding, and some cheese. So this is a veggie omelet. I forgot to add that I am cooking this omelet on medium high. You don't want to cook it too high. So if you feel safe cooking it on low or medium low, that'd be safer. Now here comes the hard part on flipping this bad baby. Just flip it as best as you can. You know, we all mess up on flipping some eggs, but you got some people that know how to do an omelet and flip them perfect every time. Me, on the other hand, I'm not that person, okay? My omelet's gonna come out jacked up sometimes, or it might come out beautiful and perfect. So after I cooked everything, this is what it came out to be and look like. This sausage is turkey smoked sausage. It is bomb. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you had not subscribed already, please subscribe today. And I'll see y'all in the next video. So yes, more videos every day. All right, y'all. Bye.